Coming up next on In the City, the Murfreesboro Electric Department wants to help you identify scammers that are posing as their employees. Then the employment growth in Rutherford County gets national recognition. Also, the Murfreesboro Fire Department gets some extensive training with a little help from the Smyrna Airport. And finally, the city says thank you to Telecommunicators. All this and more coming up on In the City. Hello and welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm your host, Fadia Patterson. The Murfreesboro Electric Department, as well as other businesses, have been used by some to conduct scams on customers. Here's some important information that will help you if this should ever happen to you.
Well, you know, we do have problems with scams from time to time. It isn't something we deal with every single day, but they have them happen. Usually once to twice a year, but it's so important for our customers to know that we are always going to be properly identified. We will always have on a Murfreesboro Electric Department uniform. We will have on a hat. We will be in a truck that is clearly labeled a Murfreesboro Electric Department vehicle. And most importantly, we all have company IDs. So if you're in that situation, you always ask for the ID. The employees are going to want you to. They're not going to be put off by that. They're not going to be irritated by that. They're going to want you to feel comfortable before they're talking to you. Another thing is we will never come into your home unless the customer has initiated some type of appointment through our office. So will we knock on the door? We do courtesy knocks from time to time. If we are working in an area and we're going to have to cut the power to fix something, we'll knock on the door and say, hey, if you're working on your computer, you need to save. But we're not going to ask to come into your home, and we're going to be properly identified. We're going to have on our uniforms, we're going to have our ID. There's going to be visible signs outside, such as a utility truck or vehicle, that's going to let people know that we are official and we're out there. And you can always call the office. We have someone that will answer that phone 24/7. So always call the office to verify. And just, be wary. It's awful that we live in an age where people would do that to people and scam people, but it happens. Happens probably more than we really want to admit that it happens. But we do have programs where we offer incentives on things, but that's all going to start with the customer, and it's all going to go through a very regimented process. It's not going to be as easy as give me your bank account, we'll give you money, and we would never ask for your bank account. The only time we ever ask for that type of information is if we're setting you up on automatic payment or something like that, and then we do it in a very secure type method. So we do not collect money in the field. We do not call you and say you have to pay. We do not come to your door and say, if you don't pay me right now, we'll cut you off. We actually have a policy where we will not take any money of any kind out in the field. You have to come to our office to pay. So, keep that in mind. If someone ever asks you for money over the phone or at your door, that is not the way we do business. You have to get your payment to our physical building, so you can mail it in. We do have where you can pay check by phone, but you're initiating that call to our secure line for that, or same thing if you pay your bill online. That's all being initiated by the customer, nothing being initiated by Murfreesboro Electric Department. If anyone ever has a question about, an employee or any electric question, we do have our office line, the 893-5514, that you can be, you'd be able to talk to someone. If it's after hours, we have our outage line, which is the 893-5515. So either one of those numbers are going to get you to somebody that would be able to verify a person that's out there and verify their ID.
Rutherford County made the list as the second highest county in the nation for employment growth. Find out why in our special report. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Rutherford County was ranked second overall for employment growth. Rutherford County has had a 6.8 increase in employment, and the national average is 1.6%. I spoke to the president of the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, Paul Latour, on how Rutherford has been able to maintain such a positive employment rate and how they're putting Americans back to work.
We have been, matter of fact, in the top 10 the last 3 quarters. And so we have steadily moved up the ladder. I think that can be attributed to a couple things. One, we're continuing to grow jobs from companies that are already existing within Rutherford County, namely companies like Nissan, Saks Fifth Avenue, General Mills. I could go on, but that's something that we generally get about 75 to 80% of our new jobs come from companies who have already established operations here. And so we try to provide an opportunity and create relationships to help foster growth within those companies. Then I think the second part of that is we've been very successful in recruiting new companies to come here. And a perfect example, we just had the grand opening of Amazon this past week. They've been in operation for about 6 months, but they're a company who's employed 1,100 people. And so we're seeing growth in several different areas, meaning the advanced manufacturing area, primarily automotive, as you might expect, with Nissan having their ramping up period, and as well as our suppliers. We're continuing to see great growth in our distribution and logistics area, based mainly on the fact of where we are located geographically within the United States, and I think that's an extremely positive area. But along with those jobs, you're seeing other jobs. You're seeing small businesses open up, small businesses who are expanding, and I think that's part of the service sector that maybe gets overlooked a little bit. So that's part of our job growth. And you're seeing other areas like retail and healthcare and others are all continuing to rise based on the fact that there's so much energy, so many positive things that are going on in Rutherford County and the Nashville metro area, for that matter.
Continuing economic development in the area is one of the many initiatives of the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, including workforce development, business education partnerships, Destination Rutherford, and tourism.
You know, last year alone, we had a record year with a little over $256 million of economic impact. And, you know, we're continuing to focus on the things that got us here, so to speak. You know, if you look at the many historical, cultural, as well as the musical heritage that we have here in Rutherford County, a lot of people want to come and visit. We're also continuing to focus on the sports marketing. We're seeing, you know, the TWSAA championships, the President's Cup soccer events, the different things that make up that. And then, of course, with the progression 5 years now of the Embassy Suites and Conference Center, as well as our other venues in our community, we're starting to get more and more of that business traveler who's coming here for a 2 or 3 or 4 day conference, spending money, and then that just helps our economy tremendously. So tourism is a huge part of what we do.
Besides finding jobs and prime real estate, Rutherford County is attracting those who are pursuing a better quality of life and education.
Our education system here is top notch. We rank number 1 and 2 in the state, as well as ranked very high in the southeast part of that with Murfreesboro City Schools as well as Rutherford County Schools. So we have a great education system that people can feel comfortable moving here, putting their children in, and get a good education. I think secondly, people like to play, like to shop, like to do things. So we've got things like the Greenways system within Rutherford County. We have the different shopping venues in all of our communities.
To learn more about employment and the wage data by the U.S. Bureau of Statistics, please visit rutherfordchamber.org. Rita Shacklett, director of the Lineball Public Library, tells us about some upcoming events and programs in April and May you definitely don't want to miss.
Lineball Public Library is located at 105 West Vine Street. Our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, 1 to 6 p.m. Here are some upcoming events at the library that you and your family can enjoy. The Women for Peace and Justice book group will meet on Wednesday, April 24th at 10 a.m. to discuss Strength to Love by Martin Luther King Jr. The Genealogy group will be meeting Thursday, April 25th at 1 p.m. The Afternoon Book Club will meet on Thursday, May 2nd at 2 p.m. to discuss Catherine the Great, Portrait of a Woman. by Robert K. Massey. This book group will now be meeting in the first floor story room. The MTSU students from Yetta Halliday's story class will present a family storytelling program on Friday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. to noon, and again on Monday, May 6th at 9:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. The Rutherford Writers, Inc. will meet on Saturday, May 4th and May 18th at 10 a.m. in the boardroom on the second floor of the Lineball Public Library. All writers looking for help and insights into writing are invited to join. Lineball is hosting Movie Saturdays. The third Saturdays of the month will be family-friendly movies and be shown at 10 a.m. Saturday, May 4th at 2 p.m. we're showing a great movie in honor of Mother's Day. Tuesday, May 7th from 2 to 5 p.m. local author Deborah Smith will be selling and signing her book, Young Heroes of the Confederacy, at Lineball Public Library. Lineball Library will be hosting the One Book finale on Friday, May 10th at 6 p.m. Come for games, music, food, and fun, all in support of childhood cancer awareness and in conjunction with this year's book, A Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Check our website for more details coming soon. The seniors group meets on the first Thursday of every month at MGL. There is also a Senior Citizens Game Day on the fourth Thursday of every month. MGL is offering a free structured basic computer skills class. The class is scheduled to be from 5 to 6 on the first Tuesday of every month. Anyone is encouraged to attend and all ages are welcome. Smyrna writers will be meeting on Saturday, May 11th at noon. The May 25th meeting is canceled. The Romance and More Book Club will be off-site this month. Please contact Stephanie at 459-4884 for more details. Smyrna's teens will be having programs on May 11th and May 25th at 2:30 p.m. Call 459-4884 for a list of upcoming events. Join us for preschool story time at Eagleville Bicentennial Public Library on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. and step into the magical world of books. For more information about events at the library, please visit our website at lineball.org and follow us on Twitter at LINE Library.
A twin-prop airplane crash with one of its engines on fire with occupants inside was the training scenario for the Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department recently at the Smyrna Municipal Airport.
Okay, what we've got here today, we've got an aircraft emergency scenario. We've got a turboprop aircraft. This is a Jetstream. This is about the largest size airplane that can fly into Murfreesboro Municipal. This and a King Air. What we're simulating is a fire on the aircraft. The firefighters are spraying the fuselage with AFFF foam, which covers flammable liquid fires that deal with the fuel on board the aircraft. The firefighters are simulating spraying the fuselage, going behind the propeller, because this airplane actually has propellers on it in real life. They're making entry through the overwing door, removing the door and setting it inside. 2 firefighters are entering the airplane. They're crawling up to the cockpit, and it's smoky in there. You can't see your hand in front of your face. We've got a smoke machine in there. They're throttling the airplane back, and they're rescuing the pilot out and getting him overhead on the wing.
One thing is we want to thank the Smyrna Municipal Airport and the town of Smyrna for cooperating with us and letting us use their good facility down here to train our firefighters.
All the firefighters that are here today are stationed at Memorial Boulevard, which is right by the airport, and East Pitts Lane, which is right there on East Pitts Lane at Northfield, which is Station 8. And that's the second due company to Murfreesboro Airport. So all 3 shifts are here, so they're all getting the same training. So if a fire happens, those first due engine companies will be able to handle that emergency.
Well, fortunately, we have a fire station directly behind the airport, which is probably about 2 minutes away from any point on that airport. So we can put trained firefighters on the scene immediately, and then the backup station at DeJarnett is only 2 or 3 or 4 minutes away, so we can have a lot of personnel, trained personnel at the scene almost immediately.
This could be a real life scenario, and what we wanted to do is be proactive and make sure that the fire department was prepared with any type of airplane that we have coming into Murfreesboro. This being the largest, it provides the department a good training tool to be able to use and get in there and actually go in and pull somebody out of the plane in a chaotic environment. We treat this as a compartment fire. The inside of the fuselage is one compartment, and it's small, it's tight, there's seats in there. These firefighters, it's almost a confined space with their air pack on, their helmet, and their full gear. I can barely fit in one of these planes going down through the cockpit without any gear on. So it's very challenging, especially if there's occupants inside.
You play the way you practice, and if you practice doing it in a realistic scenario, if the time ever comes, God forbid, that we have to put out an aircraft fire, we're going to have 2 different stations with their personnel trained.
Becky Johnson, the Parks and Recreation Department's Marketing and Special Events Coordinator, is here to talk about some great activities and programs coming up. Becky?
Hi, I'm Becky Johnson with the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department. We have parks, greenways, and facilities all across the city with lots to offer. Here are some programs and events for you and your family. Summer Camp Registration. Sign up now for one of our exciting summer camp programs. We offer a wide variety of camps, which include sports performance training, sports camp at SportsCom, Guard Start, cheerleading, dance, heritage camp, adventure camps, arts and nature, nature camp, reptile, and outdoor rec. You may register at the main office located at Barfield Crescent Park, Patterson Park Community Center, or SportsCom. Hurry while spaces are still available. For more information, check out the camp programs on our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov/parks or call 615-890-5333. Third Annual Tri-Borough Kids 2.5K and 5K. Kids ages 5 through 14 can compete in either the 2.5K or 5K race at the beautiful Gateway Island Trail on Friday, May 3rd, with a 6 o'clock start for the 2.5K and a 6:30 start for the 5K. The fee is $17, and parents may run with their child in either race for an additional $5. Parents are strongly advised to run with their child aged 8 and under in the 5K. For more information, contact info@triboroughkidstry.org. Barfield Beach Party. We want to invite you to Barfield Crescent Park, where we will have a real beach party. Over 60 tons of sand is used to create the beach before it is used throughout the park systems. Come join us for music, dancing, and a variety of games and activities on Friday, May 10th. The party begins at 5 p.m. at Barfield Crescent Park. For more information, contact Thomas Laird at 615-907-2251. A stone's throw away. We need your help cleaning up the greenway. Volunteers will pick up trash beside the trail on the banks of the Stones River and Lytle Creek or in the water on Saturday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon. Wear sturdy shoes and clothes that can get wet and dirty. This event is free and for all ages. Meet at Old Fort Park Pavilion number 3. For more information, contact Melinda Tate at 615-893-2141. Drown Proof Murfreesboro, Free Swim Lesson Day. Join us in helping you stay safe at the pool this summer in our endeavor to drown proof Murfreesboro. This event will provide free swim lessons, CPR training, and many other safety awareness activities. Free swim lessons are available for ages 5 through 13. All ages welcome to participate in the other festivities on Saturday, May 11th from 1 to 5 o'clock p.m. at the SportsCom. The event is free. Some events may cost a fee to obtain a certification. To obtain more information, contact 615-895-5040. Pre-registration is preferred. For more information about these events and programs, please pick up our Rec Connection Program Guide, which may be found at any of our facilities, or visit us at murfreesborotn.gov/parks to download a copy. For other information or general questions, call us at 615-890-5333. Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department, dedicated to enhancing your quality of life.
In other news, the Murfreesboro Police Department's Communications Center recently honored telecommunicators during the National Telecommunications Week at the 911 office in the Murfreesboro Police Department.
We're glad to have you here this morning as we pause for a moment and recognize National Public Safety Telecommunications Week. It's important for us to stop every year during this week to just say thank you to all of those dedicated public safety telecommunicators and the work that they do day in and day out for our city and obviously for Rutherford County and for our state and beyond.
It's an honor for me to be able to present you this proclamation regarding this week and the importance that you serve our community. Our residents, our business owners, our visitors depend on you, and you do a wonderful job. You did a great job, and we're very proud of you, and thank you.
Certainly, congratulations. I thought about what the chief was saying during his benediction, and I realized that this morning my phone has rung several times today. My phone people were calling, asking some questions. They wanted information about a city project. They had a concern about a city issue. And then somebody was just needing some help. But in none of those situations was somebody under duress in a situation that was very scary or very emotional. And you all have to do that every day. The phone calls that you take here means someone's in some sort of crisis. And you respond with grace and with dignity, with service to our community. I could not be more proud of you and the job that you do for our community. Continue to keep up the great work, and thank you for how you serve our citizens.
I'd just like to reiterate also that I know it's a thankless job sometimes, but the dedication that you show, the professionalism is unparalleled. And going back to the early stages of my tenure here as chief, going back to the Good Friday tornado, I know there's a day that, I'll never forget, and I'm quite sure that any of you that worked that day I'll never forget, but that showed the true meaning of professionalism, that showed the true meaning of caring as a community, as a dispatch center, as a person. So I just want to commend you, and I appreciate the good work that you do.
Last year, this Police Fire Communications Center answered over 41,000 911 calls, the highest volume public safety answering point in Rutherford County, and that continues to be the trend and has been for many years. In addition to that, they answered about 220,000 administrative calls last year, bringing that total to well over 250,000 telephone calls. That number itself is striking, but then when you add to that two-way radio communications traffic, mobile data traffic, all of the queries that go on day in and day out, certainly our public safety telecommunicators are the finest anywhere, and we're certainly proud of all of you and proud of the work that you do for us day in and day out. Dispatcher Tiffany Matthews has only been employed with the Murfreesboro Police and Fire Departments as a dispatcher since April 4th, 2011. However, she's already made a lasting impression upon her coworkers. Some of the adjectives Tiffany's coworkers use to describe her are efficient, effective, positive, extraordinary, and phenomenal, just to name a few. Communications Supervisor Courtney Earp describes Tiffany as having passion and enthusiasm for her job, always friendly and courteous not only to callers but to her fellow dispatchers and patrol officers as well. Dispatcher Katie Goad stated that Tiffany is a good example of being professional and remains calm even in the most difficult situations. On January the 7th, 2013, Tiffany took a transfer call from the county advising that a female caller said her grandson was cold to the touch. Upon recognizing the address, Tiffany realized that the deceased young man was her brother-in-law. She proceeded with entering the call and dispatched first responders, all while remaining calm and professional. Her ability to function efficiently under chaotic and heavy police radio traffic has gained her the respect and admiration of those in the communications center. Tiffany's positive attitude and ability to be a team player place her at the top of her field. She is always professional and willing to lend a helping hand and serve as backup when needed. And Tiffany, congratulations on being our Dispatcher of the Year and for the wonderful job that you do in our Police Fire Communications Center every single day. Would you give her a round of applause, please?
Linda Burt is back to tell us about some classes, trips, dances, and other programs being offered at the St. Clair Street Senior Center.
Hi, I'm Linda Burt. If you're a senior in Murfreesboro, we'd love for you to come and check out the St. Clair Street Senior Center. There's always something happening at St. Clair, all with you in mind. Here are just some of the activities we have coming up.
April 23rd at 1 o'clock is Healthy Cooking with Carol. Carol Burnett will present healthy recipes and nutrition tips. Join her for healthy spring cooking. Call the Senior Center if you would like to join this class. April 24th at 10 o'clock is Smartphone 101. Learn how to use your Android or iPhone. Trying to figure out your new smartphone can be overwhelming. Let us help you through it. This class is being taught by Tabitha Bills, who is an intern from MTSU. April the 27th at 9 o'clock, the seniors will travel to Franklin, Tennessee for the Franklin Main Street Festival of more than 200 artisans and crafters. 3 stages of entertainment, 2 food courts, and all the downtown shops are open to browse and shop. Be prepared to do a lot of walking. April the 29th from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the Plant Exchange. Bring any plants that you would like to share with others. Also bring some containers to take home plants you find for yourself. April the 29th and 30th is the AARP Safe Driving class. Refresh your driving skills and possibly get a discount on your auto insurance. The class will meet both days. May the 7th at 9 o'clock is Moving Day at the Senior Center. Get up and get moving. Rev up your brain and body. Lunch is provided, but you must be signed up. May the 10th and 11th, the Seniors Acting Up Drama Team will present the play Reunion at Mount Sanguine. This is a delightful play and you will be fully entertained. Friday evening performance includes dinner at 5 o'clock and the play begins at 6. The Saturday matinee play begins at 1 o'clock. Refreshments will be served during intermission. Tickets are now available for both performances. The play is open to the public, so bring your friends and enjoy the performances. May 13 at 10 o'clock is a program called Put Pain in Its Place. This is a 90-minute class about arthritis pain and the management of the pain.
We'd love for you to come and be a part of what's going on at St. Clair Street Senior Center. If you'd like to join us and sign up for classes, trips, and events, we're located at 325 St. Clair Street. And for more information, you can call us at 848-2550 or visit us on the web at www.murfreesborotn.gov. Come and join us.
And this year's Uncle Dave Macon Days Heritage Award goes to Freaky Skaggs. Skaggs and his wife, Sharon White, were both honored with the award and are headlining the Uncle Dave Macon Days Music Festival.
We're all about this music, and I think this music is so worthy of our time. It's worthy to promote. It's worthy to get out to people. It's worthy to pass on to the next generation.
The festival doesn't officially start until July, but the committee recently held a kickoff ceremony at Canonsburg Village. Guests enjoyed bluegrass music, dancing, and stories about Uncle Dave Macon. To learn more about the events of the Uncle Dave Macon Days Festival, please visit their Facebook page. 2 great city events that are free to the public and will take place on Saturday, April 27th are Pioneer Days at Canonsburg Village from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Earth Day on the public square from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. As always, our goal here at Murfreesboro City TV is to provide you with local city information 24 hours a day. So if you want to find out what's happening right here in your town, pick up a copy of our program schedule at the Lineball Public Library, St. Clair Street Senior Center, or the city's website at murfreesborotn.gov. If you'd like a copy via email, just send the request to citytv@murfreesborotn.gov. Remember, on the city's website, you have city programs and meetings right at your fingertips. And the City TV channel is streaming live 24 hours a day at www.murfreesborotn.gov. In addition, please visit us on YouTube as we offer a wide variety of programming just for you. Until next time, I'm your host, Fadia Patterson, and we'll see you soon in the city.